April 2011. Love me, love my cow, dear mother. Bori 3 new calves, care for cows in Vrindavana. CFC trustees Kurma Rupa Dasa, Hansarupa Dasa, Vra Mohan Dasa, Rival Abha Dasa, Radha Govinda Dasa, Amit Dulani. Patrons Mahanadi Swami Maharaja. CFC staff Kasina Sudana Dasa, Bra Gopal Dasa, Swits. Puri Maharaja Radhapati Dasa, Siyam Hari, Vij, Ravi, Sukumar, Santosh, Teprakash. Ajit editor Kurma Rupa Dasa, care for cows in Vrindavana is inspired by his divine grace. A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, founder Akriya International Society for Krishna Consciousness. Dear friends, perhaps some of you have noticed when a fly or bird lands on a cow, who is the earth personified, she shakes the particular muscle beneath the intruder when she wants to shoo them off. Likewise, Mother Earth creates tremors when inspired to repel those bent on disobeying her laws. Nature's punishment may seem severe, yet it is always just. If you've had enough war, flu epidemics, eco-disasters, threats of economic collapse, terrorism and the rest, have faith we can play a part in minimizing these adversities. Karma is complicated, no doubt, but we can substantially turn the tide by uniting to avoid one thing: cow slaughter. If each one of us resolves not to participate in the torture and murder of cows, which means to cease consuming her flesh, purchasing slaughterhouse byproducts and dairy products obtained by violence, there will result a substantial change in the quality of life on the planet. The old adage applies: what you plan to do tomorrow, do today. What you plan to do today, do it now. Jaya Shri Guru, Jaya Shri Gopala, Jaya Shri Gomata. Care for Cows. Care for Cows in Vrindavan is a charitable trust registered in India, USA, and Switzerland. The CFC staff love my an unusually friendly and gentle abandoned cow used to visit my house regularly. She would come at 6:00 p.m. when I returned from the Goshala, knowing that I would bring her all she could eat and offer her a safe place to spend the night. Because of her warm nature and good health, I understood she had other friends in the neighborhood and did not want to deprive them of their service by admitting her into our already overcrowded facility. She was creamy white in color and about 1.5 years old with only nodes for horns. If I arrived late, she would sit by the door and patiently wait. If she was not there when I arrived, I would enter and prepare her Padma Gauri Priyomi, my cow feeder, knowing she would either rattle the chain on my door or bellow loudly upon arrival. Her routine was to fill up, ruminate all night in the garden, eat again when I arose at 3:00 am, and then resume her wanderings in Raman Reddy once I left to tend our herd in Sundrak. I called her Thakurani, and this routine went on for several months until one day she disappeared. Several thorough searches spanning 6 months found no signs of her. 1 week ago, she returned, now darker, heavier, with 3-inch long horns, and with no explanation resumed her old routine as if there had been no break. I notice Thakurani's presence creates a calming, soothing effect most conducive for contemplation, study and meditation. If we all had such pets, no doubt we would be better for it. Each morning I pick up her dung and either make canned, dried paddies used as fuel for cooking, and save the remainder to compost the garden. It may be hard to believe, but the fresh dung of a healthy cow is fragrant. Jai Ganath Diwali Kurma Rupa Thakurani, like the earth after the rain. It is not foul. I also smolder canned on the veranda to ward off mosquitoes. This morning Thakurani gave me another blessing. As I filled the bucket for my morning bath, she intruded to drink half of it, and with her pensive gaze reminded me that the Mahabharata states that any tank of water that cows drink from becomes Ganges water. There are innumerable benefits to tending cows, and part of our mission is to create awareness about these benefits and encourage all to reap them. What follows is a series of photographs of people who relish cow protection and information from PETA.org, which provides interesting facts about the habits and character traits of cows. 10 cows and grow sane and healthy. Smoldering can used as mosquito repellent. Cow know how cows are as diverse as cats, dogs, and people. Some are bright, others are slow learners. Some are bold and adventurous, others are shy and timid. Some are friendly and considerate, others are bossy and devious. According to research, cows are generally very intelligent animals who can remember things for a long time. Animal behaviorists have found that cows interact in socially complex ways, developing friendships over time and sometimes holding grudges against other cows who treat them badly. These gentle giants mourn the deaths of and even separation from those they love, even shedding tears over their loss. The His Holiness Mahanadi Swami friend mother-calf bond is particularly strong, and there are countless reports of mother cows who continue to frantically call and search for their babies after the calves have been taken away and sold to veal or beef farms. Brainy Boven's research has shown that cows clearly understand cause and effect relationships, a sure sign of advanced cognitive abilities. For example, cows can learn how to push a lever to operate a drinking fountain when they're thirsty, or to press a button with their heads to release grain when they're hungry. Researchers have found that not only can cows figure out problems, they also, like humans, enjoy the intellectual challenge and get excited and even celebrate when they find a solution. Abhimanyu Prema cows observe social order. A herd of cows includes alpha animals and complex social dynamics. Each cow can recognize more than 100 members of the herd, and social relationships are very important to them. Cows will consistently choose leaders for their intelligence, inquisitiveness, self-confidence, experience, and good social skills, while bullying, selfishness, size, and strength are not recognized as suitable leadership qualities. Raising cows in unnatural conditions, such as crowded feedlots, is very stressful to them because it upsets their hierarchy. Kartika Baba performs Kirtana with friend. University of Saskatchewan researcher John Watts notes that cows who are kept in groups of more than 200 on commercial feedlots become stressed and constantly fight for dominance. Cows don't want to die like all animals. Cows value their lives and don't want to die. Stories abound of cows who have gone to extraordinary lengths to fight for their lives. A cow named Suzy was about to be loaded onto a freighter bound for Venezuela when she turned around, ran back down the gangplank, and leapt into the river. Even though she was pregnant, or perhaps because she was pregnant, she managed to swim all the way across the river, eluding capture for several days. She was rescued by PETA and sent to a sanctuary. Manayu Santosh night in Yasota when workers at a slaughterhouse in Massachusetts went on break. Emily the cow made a break of her own. She took a tremendous leap over a 5-foot gate and escaped into the woods, surviving for several weeks during New England's snowiest winter in a decade, cleverly refusing to touch the hay put out to lure her back to the slaughterhouse. When she was eventually caught by the owners of a nearby sanctuary, public outcry demanded that the slaughterhouse allow the sanctuary to buy her for $1 $1 Emily lived out the rest of her life in Massachusetts until she died of cancer in 2004. Her life is a testament to the fact that eating meat means eating animals who don't want to die. Cows are emotional animals who have likes and dislikes, just like humans do. The chair of the National Farmers Union in the United Kingdom, Tim Sell, explains, they are all Karma-Rupatithi individuals and all have their own characteristics. They are tremendously curious. They have emotional storms. When it is a miserable, cold day, they will all be miserable, but when it is nice and sunny, you can almost see them smiling. Radapati many cows are affectionate animals who are deeply loyal to their families and human companions. Cows can use their body posture and vocal sounds to express a whole range of emotions, including contentment, interest, anger, and distress. These gentle giants mourn the death of those they love, even shedding tears over their loss. Like humans and all animals, cows show strong reactions to bad treatment. For example, Dr. Ed Pager of Purdue University found that cows resent being handled roughly. The handlers don't have to be really mean and hit the cows. It's just a slap on the rump in the way that many farmers would. But the cows don't like it and it makes a real difference. With kind treatment, cows can be very loyal companions. Anyone who has spent time with cows knows that they look out for their friends, both human and animal. In her book Peaceful Kingdom, Random Acts of Kindness by Animals, Stephanie Lawland writes that when the Rev. O.F. Robertson began to go blind, his Eliza Gori Priyakasi Janardana cow Mary became his seeing eye cow. Mary would walk along with him, nudging him away from obstacles. She diligently accompanied Robertson everywhere he went for the rest of his life. The famous Prem Sagar greets a guest translated by Satyadeva Singh. This incident took place around 20 years ago when I was 12 years old, but I still remember each and every detail clearly. We had a cow named Bori in our home. Cows are not simple animals from this material world. They are divine souls who have appeared in this world to benefit humankind, and Bori did just that. It was her routine that every morning after being milked she would go out for the whole day to wander and graze. We neither had to give her fodder or water. We had no idea where she would go for the whole day, where she would eat and drink, but she would return in the evening again, happily again let us milk her. We never had to tie her at night. Sometimes she would sit and relax or walk here and there in front of the house. She was so kind that she would let us take her teat in our mouth and nurse from her. She would stand still, always careful not to hurt us with her legs. She was indeed like our own mother. Even now, whenever I think of Bori, my eyes fill with tears. My father was embroiled in a court case with a hot-tempered neighbor who would regularly harm children playing around his dear mother Bori. A true story by Sriyat J. Gannath, published by Gita Press, Gorakhpur House. Consequently, there was a period where the children in our house were not allowed to go out and play. My eldest brother was about 16 at that time and we had to play in the house. Behind our house was a small vacant plot where we used to grow vegetables and a variety of arum plants. The leaves of the arum were so dense and large that a person could easily hide behind them. One night while my father was away from home, 4 or 5 thieves jumped our boundary wall and entered the backyard. My mother happened to go into the backyard with a lamp and the thieves hid behind the leaves of the arum plants. She heard the thieves rustling among the leaves and whispering. Sensing danger, she returned into the house and woke us up. Since father was not at home, we were all afraid and did not know what to do as none of us had the courage to face the thieves with a stick. We suspected that our neighbor may have hired some miscreants to trouble us, knowing that father was away. Our mother told us not to be afraid and went to the front of the house where Bori sat ruminating. She called her into the house and led her into the backyard while all of us kids followed. Our mother pointed in the direction of the arum leaves and chanted, "Bori, Bori." The cow understood there was danger and to protect our family charged the leaves, causing the thieves to scatter. She chased them around the yard, striking them with her horns and even tried to kick them. The miscreants cried as they tried to evade Bori, who was fearless, furious and relentless in her attack. Very soon the intruders begged our mother to call off her cow. "Oh mother, we have received enough punishment for our mischief. Please tell your cow to spare us. Let us go and we will never return here. Please." Their pleading melted our mother's heart, and feeling pity for them, she called Bori to refrain from her attack. Bori restrained herself, though she was still angry and breathing heavily. Bori was lowering her head and shaking her horns threateningly while snorting. It was as if she was saying, "Please don't stop me. Let me teach these rascals a good lesson." While restraining Bori, mother ordered the thieves, "Leave this place immediately and never return." The poor guys bowed their heads to the ground and then jumped the boundary wall. We all gathered around Bori and pet her all over. My mother scratched her under the neck while we all rubbed her back. It took a while for Bori to calm down and return to her normal peaceful nature. She then sat and returned to ruminating, and we sang the glories of Mother Bori until we fell asleep. 3 new calves above is the 3rd calf of Indulta, left, who has been with us since January 2005. The calf is alert and peaceful. Above is the 2nd calf of Tithi, right, who has been with us since February 2004. She was born from Jatila and is the 2nd best milker in the herd. The bull calf is energetic and friendly. Above is the 2nd calf of Sita, below, who has been with us since February 2004. She was born from Shanti, who was among the first to be rescued from the streets. Her calf is cheerful and healthy. Aditi Sathi Amit Goswami Anantaran Dasa Anapali Kukan on Ariel Telford Bhavesh Patel BJ Parker Carl Stella Herzig Chandriska Pasupati Christian Kastner Das Azermal David Garvin Derek Carol Devender Kumar Doyal Govinda Dasa Dwira Dasa Elena Emilenko Elena Nikafrot Frank Larkin Gorong Gapriya Dasi Griridhari K. Ivalya Sundari Gunther Momsen Irina Lukyanenko J. Ganath Rao Kalalapa Devi Dasi Kalindi Varshana Kantilal Shivlal Karina Voro Jovakitri Waterman Krishna Priyadasi Krush Deepak Amatati Madhava Priyadasi Mahajana Dasa Mandira Mani Shri Govinda Maria Larina Mark Limyapur Champaka Padma Nalini Gagar Natalia Stratunayan Rupareli Nishant Vashishist Olga Jurtova Panja Gopal Padalnu Irina Primananda Dasa Pushpa Gopal Devi Dasi R. Meager Radhanandini Dasi Rahul Sharma Ramesta Dasa Ravi Gopal Ravindra Kumar. May cows stay in front of me. May cows stay behind me. May cows stay on both sides of me. May I always reside in the midst of cows. Hari Bhakti Vilas 16.252. The cows send their heartfelt thanks to those who assisted during March 2011. Thank you from the cows: Rohina Sudha Dasa Rose Boko Samarth Chidanand Sanjeev Keswani Sanyu Shurendranathan Sarah Richardson Saranga Thakura Dasa Sergi Vasiliv Shanti Green Smruta Sawardkar Shrado Rakamar Shravanananda Dasa Srinivasan Gainasan Stefan J. Galing Subamal Saha Sudama Dasa Suman Lada Tom Alexander Tracy Melina Vaisnavi Devi Devi Dasi Venkata Venkateswaran Vij Sharma Vikas Shah Vineta Svelchiana Mrti Dasa Family Yanavolkya Dasa Yathish Suraneni